Hello to everybody. Carmel Sastre, psychic energy healer. Here you have a chicken. So this is a chicken that was really in a bad situation. And I have another one which lost one eye and was almost dead, and I could see really the improvement, and they are all okay. The one, unfortunately, even the vet that I brought the chicken to the vet didn't know if the chicken had an eye or not, but the chicken now is recovered. So energy healing really is to transform the energy and work, and it works for people and for animals and even plants. So it can change. There are tests, for example, I will tell you in other videos that you can do, and you can improve the effect. If you don't know how to do an energy healing, it doesn't matter, because really the fact and the important thing is when you send vibrations, so love, you take care, nice words, as Masaru Emoto that did that, with the water, and we are source of water. We are most of our existence, our body is water, really, which is energy. Anyway, everything is energy. Energy is everywhere. So when you have all these energy, this love energy that you transmit, you can see how the plant, for example, changes. So imagine you take 3 pots, the same plant. To one, you ignore the plant. You water the plant, same as the other 2, but you ignore it. Another one, you say you are ugly, you are stupid, you are ignorant, I hate you. So all these negative words. And to the third one, you say, love you, you are beautiful, you're going to grow. After a month, please have a look, do your experiment, and then tell me, because you will see amazing results. We can talk about that in another video. Because in this one, what I want to talk is about energy healing. What is energy healing? Energy medicine. And about my Chakraaura healing technique. And to talk about the energy, how it works, and to give you tips, as for example, a grounding meditation, and tips that you can use as well in your daily life and for the rest of your life. So as you saw, I appeared here in the video with the chicken, why? Because it's a way of telling you that healing works for plants, for humans, and for animals, because we are all energy. So when you work with energy, you work as well with objects. So it means it has an identity and it has an energy itself. So that's why if, for example, an object is contaminated with in an atmosphere where there is a bad magnetic field, or there are radiations, then it is contaminated. Or if a person that was wearing, for example, a ring had arthrosis or whatever, Alzheimer, so this energy is going to the person who is going to hold the object. So it's so subtle. It's so energy is everywhere, and we need to be conscious about that. So here I'm going to give you tips about grounding, and that's what I would like to share with you. For grounding, what you can do, the meditation, and as well the things you can do in the nature, because by going barefoot and being in contact with the trees, with the nature, you can get grounded and you can release any electromagnetic field that you don't need in you. So first of all, I'm going now to start talking about what is energy healing and how it works, and then we will continue talking deeper. Energy healing is really is work with the energy, and we are energy. And what it does is that when I work, what I go is to the root of the problem, where I see a vibration that is not balanced, out of order. And then what I do is I scan it, I measure it, I see how it is, and then I remove it. I release it so that the energy is transformed, because the energy can never be destroyed. And then I energize it with positive energy according to the need of the person. So that's why it's very important to measure and to know how is the energy, because otherwise it's like a cook. If you don't know how is the need of the food, then what you're going to do really is you're going to put maybe too much salt, and then it's going to be you cannot really eat that. So it is really to measure, to feel, and to see. As a psychic energy healer, I work as well with the way of the perceptions, the intuition, and the clairvoyance, and the images that I receive. Okay. So, what is the Chakraaura energy healing technique? Chakraaura energy healing technique, the one I created after more than 25 years experience, and added to the innate abilities I had since I was a kid, and because of all what I learned as well from my ancestors. So it is really an energy healing in all aspects. So all holistic healing in the mental, spiritual, physical, emotional bodies. So I work with the aura, I work with the physical body and all these bodies I just mentioned, but as well I give you tools. So I have things like I call energetic prescriptions, which are really recommendations that I give you, and that are going to allow you really to use this technique the rest of your life, really, according to the problem you have and according to the need you have. So that can be, for example, grounding, releasing energy, swimming, sea salt baths, or maybe if you are taking a medication, conventional medication, so maybe you can incorporate, this particular symbol I tell you, really to decrease the secondary effects of that. And you have many, many, many other things that I can tell you. How, for example, you can work if you have any pain in your body through a meditation, through visualization, for example, with your hand that really contains really the whole map of the body, the holistic body, the whole body is really represented here. So I tell you that, for example, if you have pain knees, so then I will tell you, so you need then to working here. Oh, there are concepts which are magic, and we all have these resources. So at the same time, I provide you healing sessions. I can give you really advice about what you can do, because we all have the power of healing. And in fact, the healing is really to channel the energy and to allow the flow of energy through all the chakras. When the water stagnates, then there is pain and there is a blockage. So this needs to be removed, and that's what energy healing does. So energy healing has all these aspects, because you work in the four aspects: the emotional, the energetic, but basically you work energetically, because I don't touch the body. But this aura, that is the blueprint of us, you know, it has like a summary of all what is happening in the body. So you need to clean. I clean the aura, I ground your aura, I ground your essence, your being, and then I channel all the energy so that you can use all that. Chakraaura energy healing technique is energy healing because it works with energy. It is spiritual because it works with meditation, with a connection with the God, with the universe, with the angels, with the healing masters, and with these light beings, protectors that you use at the same time when you do a healing. In another video, I can tell you who are these entities that I call when I do a healing session. So, because Chakraaura healing session does not have any religion and has all, because it is the flow of energy, and the flow of energy can be summarized as channeling God energy or Jesus energy or Krishna energy or whatever you want to call. So basically it is spiritual, and I will go in deeper in another video because otherwise it's going to be quite long, this one. And it is psychic. So Chakraaura is psychic, energy, and spiritual healing. Why psychic? Psychic because we all have this clairvoyance, and since a kid, so I can see why you have like a distortion of energy, feel, see, or dark colors, and then I go to the root of the problem, I remove it. So I search and I use my psychic abilities somehow. So now I explained what is this Chakraaura energy healing technique. About tools, I told you that I give you energetic prescriptions and holistic coaching so that you have tools that you can use the rest of your life, or if you have any pain, so how to proceed. So I said, for example, the hand, but it can be all the parts. But the hand, for example, is the one that is used to provide healing. The eyes as well. That's why through visualization is very important. And most of the terminations of the body are in the hands, especially the fingertips. So it is a fascinating journey in how you can have a self-healing with the recommendations that I tell you, okay? Added because years ago I was using my hands without knowing, and then, well, I learned a lot because of my ancestors who were working with herbs and healing. And well, at the end, so I learned a few years ago palmistry, so to read really the hand, but as well as tarot readings, I oracle normal, many cards readings. I read as well, so the tea messages. Well, anyway, the thing is that I focus in healing, and healing really emanates through the hands mainly, but as well through the eyes and through all the energy centers that we have. So I teach you and I help you not only by providing you the healing session, but with how you can ground yourself or release anxiety, depression, pain in your body, and so on. Okay, you have many things and many powerful tools that we have in us. Okay, so basically what I explained to you now is really what I'm going to tell you about the grounding, how it works, and the meditation. But what can healing do? It can work as well, not only the physical body, although we work with energy because we are energy. The energy stays 72 hours. So when I provide the healing session, the energy has a process, and in 72 hours, the energy healing ends. It goes in decrescendo. So, like, and it is this 72 hours or 3 days. It is really funny because it is it has been observed that 72 hours with machines that really measure the energy, after 72 hours or 3 days, the energy really leaves the body and it's not there anymore. It is transmuted and goes somewhere else. And in fact, Jesus, for example, it's in um, it appeared again after 3 days. On 3 days, it's 72. So in 72 hours, you have this transformation that really ends and starts, depending on the concept and how you see. So you leave the body in 72 hours, or you reincarnate, or you live in your body. That's why, in fact, that's a very important thing that I don't agree, and I don't like really when people are buried, when they die after 1, 2 days. No, because they can wake up, or maybe somebody provides a healing session, the person can awake, or maybe the person is not totally dead. So that's why it is very important not to bury a person before 72 hours. In fact, in cemeteries, you can see that people really left marks because it seemed that they were not really dead. Okay. So that's something that I tell you about the energy. So the energy starts, has a process, has an end, but this end is not an end, it is a transformation. The same applies, when I work with the past, future, and the present. Because from the present time, you need to create and you need to heal. But if you have something in the past, it is all the same in the energy, because you carry the past energy in your body in present time. So it's very important to go back to when you had a problem, when you had an issue, what happened, and then to go release the energy, transform it, clear it, and then energize it, empowering the person. So the hands are the main tool, but then there are other tools as the pores of the chakras, as the acupuncture points, as the chakras, the major chakras, the minor chakras, the colors that we emanate. And it's very important to use colors and to know it, because if you don't know how to use the quantity that you need to use and what color is appropriate for your cyst, to remove your cyst, to remove the things, that is an issue. So it's very important to channel, to know how to generate the colors, how to work with visualization. And then we go back to the eyes, because the eyes have a power. And I have a video about that, because the eyes do not only have the power of sending the evil eye and bad energies, but as well to heal. So sometimes I have been able, really, without touching or without really using my hands, and the person, then the funny thing is that the person uh, healed, or the pain disappeared for a certain moment, or definitely forever, depending on the condition, the chronicity of the person. So we said that the number of sessions will depend on the chronicity and depending on the problem. If it's emotional, etc., for example, an anxiety or depression, then we'll require a few months to really be able really to stop with the medication, always with the supervision of doctors, obviously, and to feel really empowered. So that's one of the things that it is very important. The power of many energy centers that we have and that we can use. That's why I recommend really mm, visualization and exercises that I customize depending on your needs. Concerning the chakras, I am going to, well, you can have a look to another video of me that really focus only on, about the chakras. But I work with the chakras, the seven main chakras, the minor chakras. But to give you a, a vision, a general vision about that in this video, for example, the first chakra, which is the root chakra as well called, or basic chakra, it is really at the base of the spine, exactly where the perineum. So the perineum is really the minor chakra of the root chakra or first chakra, which is really the center, the essence. From there, it is where we create through visualization this connection with the earth, okay, the grounding cord, and this allows us really to feel safe, secure, abundance, feel well here in the earth. And when it's not working properly, then it means there is fear and the person doesn't know really how. So there are problems with surviving somehow. Then you have the second chakra, or as well called the sacral chakra, which is all to do with the beginning of creativity, because the big creativity is going to be in the throat. And there really it is enjoy, pleasure, have fun, sex. And when it's blocked, it is guilt. With the third chakra, you're going to have more information in another video that speaks only about the chakras a little bit more in depth. And then you have my website. You can check because I teach as well the chakra course. And you have my book that I can show you later about the chakras. Okay. The secret power of the chakras reveals. And I explain all that. So we reached the third. I'm going to take the book. That's the book. Okay. It is available in Spanish, English, and Portuguese. And it's going to be translated very shortly into French. So going back to the summary about the feelings, how we feel about the chakras very quickly. The third chakra is called as well the solar plexus, is all the area of the stomach. And there, it is really the right of action, take power. It's to get the power, to feel really empowered. And if it is not balanced or out of balance, then the problem is going to be anger or frustration, which is the opposite. Then we go to the heart chakra, which is at the chest. And this is to the right of being loved, unconditional love, to give, to receive, to touch, to being touched. And this is very important because that is the balance about our spiritual, the center between our spiritual chakras and our physical chakras. So if it is not working, so you have a lack of love, of giving and receiving. So maybe you give too much, or maybe you don't give at all, or the opposite. So there is grief and there is a victimism in there that can happen. So all that really shows an imbalance in the fourth chakra. Then you have the fifth chakra, which is to do with the right to speak, to hear the truth. So it's speaking, hearing, and as well hearing your intuition, and to speak as well, not only with the people or with the messages that you may receive from above, or from the nature, from the trees, or from, so all this communication that we can receive. But it's as well to speak with your higher self and with yourself, because there are people who speak, but they don't listen, or people who speak to others, but they don't speak to themselves. And this is a very important thing. In fact, if it doesn't work, then we have problems in the throat chakra, communication issues, or many cases of stuttering, a person who is stuttering, and two people who came with this problem in my healing sessions, well, they speak perfectly. Okay, then the sixth chakra, it is to do with the third eye, with the thinking, the rational and irrational, the intuition. So it is really the right to see the things very clear. Okay, and if it's blocked, then the thing is that the person lives in another world. I remember I had one person who was really she wanted really to work and be a healer, and she was terrible. She when I was explaining the thing, she knew she wanted to know more and more and more. Well, she wasn't grounded. She was over the solar plexus was really congested, and this person wasn't really seeing the things. It was an illusion, and she was only seeing what she wanted. She was very judgmental. So many chakras were imbalanced, and a healer cannot be like that. And of course, a healer that treats you with all these conditions is not really the best. And then you have the seventh chakra, which is the crown chakra, which really gives you the connection with spirituality, with your God, with your religion, with the universe. And it is really to flow with the energy, to believe in life and to believe in yourself as a whole. And when there is a blockage in there, it's when there is attachment or radicalism, or a person thinks it's black or white, and there is not a center. So that's really bad. Concerning the benefits of healing, the benefits of healing are unmeasurable. There are no end, and you can heal everything. That's called sometimes like miracles. Miracles means when there is not a scientific explanation, and when doctors maybe couldn't believe, but many times they say, oh, well, it happens. Well, depends, but healing has a power and has cured many things. I had, for example, a person that a cyst disappeared. The doctor tried to see before a surgery, to check days before, to see how big it was, the cyst, and there was no cyst. The person was amazed, and the doctor couldn't understand anything. It's a shame, because as an energy healer, I would love really to work together with doctors, but that's something that they do not maybe consider, that it is scientific. But scientific is only when they prove. But before, people were witches, and if you were working with herbs, etc. We are going to talk about herbs as well, because that's something, one of the energetic prescriptions or recommendation. I say maybe you can investigate, and maybe you can use that, for example. Benefits, so I can tell you, so for arthritis, for sciatica, for fibromyalgia, for if you're not focused, if you need more grounded, for all body pains, neck pain, ear pain, back pain, shoulder pain, wrist, hip pain. So all kind of pains, and all I can write you so many things in the message below of the video, but it is for everything. So it is to work with the energy and see the effects. Concerning about the herbs that I just mentioned, it's not only that I work with energy because I give these energetic prescriptions. So you have many things that can be helped. For example, a person who has diabetes, you have a magic plant that really provides you really. There are many studies and there are things because I'm always investigating in my energetic world, but that they cured diabetes. You know, they are the diabetes, not really the innate, but it improves the innate. But the other one, then, there are big changes. Of course, I give you a recommendation how to change the diet, for example, to eat more whole grain, balanced food, no sugars. And if you, but basically the sugars coming from whole grains, and not that they go straight to your bloodstream. So stevia is a magical plant. I'm going to do, in fact, a video about the stevia and diabetes. So I'm going to help you in another video about how I would suggest you really to treat diabetes from an energetic point of view. So basically, I'm going to guide you about how to use your hand, how to use the visualization exercises, how to, in combination with my healing sessions and what I'm going to advise you, you are going to have this incredible power about healing. And you can compare, verify, and see if the blood levels and everything really changes. Because I'm going to tell you so what you can incorporate in your food, always with your traditions about what to eat. But for example, instead of white rice, so brown rice and other things. I'm going to speak as well about the properties of the stevia, and you will have all the information written. Okay. And I'm going to talk as well about more herbs, as for example, the Artemisia annua, which is in Latin because it's the official, the wormwood. I'm going to tell you what is that for malaria, the immune system, etc. We have so many things, so many free tools and tools that we have here with us, and many times, people only go to medication, and many times, people are not aware, which is a shame. So that's why I think for diabetes and then for all the things, I'm going to help you in my videos. And of course, if you want a healing session, in the healing session, the good thing is that I provide you the healing and then I tell you your customized things for the problem you have. Okay, so all the benefits, it can be the body pain, I was saying, stuttering, hyperactivity, but as well to lose weight. And you have, for example, a diet that I really use, and well, you can, I'm going to talk in kilos, so you can lose up to 2.5 kilos, 2.5 kilos to 3 kilos with, for example, a diet. But that's one, my favorite, because I think it's, but you can do your diet, but I help you really with things so that your anxiety really gets reduced. And I will prescribe you things as, for example, being barefoot and grounding exercises to move the energy centers of the body, so our chakras and so on. In energy healing as well, I'm going to do another video about that, which is the sunbathing and the power of healing. This is a magic thing that there is a misconception, and they say everybody now, oh, it creates cancer. Well, it's not like that. Healing was used for diseases and for cures in the past. So this is something that I am going to discuss in another video. Okay. Okay. Then um, you can use as well the power of plants. You can use your hand, you can use areas in your body to activate or to do things. But as well, you need to keep in mind that breathing exercises and really the power of visualization and creation is something which is very important, and you can use this tool. This tool is something in which you want to work, that I tell you how to release these energies through visualization. So, for example, you have something from the past or a relationship with somebody that really affects you. So, I can teach you as well how to remove this energy and transform it. Hmm? Well, I think that this video is going to be very long if I continue, because now I need to share with you. So what you can do, the meditation, the grounding meditation. So for grounding, you can do what I'm going to tell you in a couple of minutes, and the meditation. So now I'm going to tell you a goodbye, and I leave you with a few words about grounding and about my guided meditation for grounding and to flow the energy through your body. I hope, my dear souls, my dear friends, that I shared information which you really appreciate, and that you really start feeling that you are empowered, and you can have this power and develop it and use all the sources of energy that we have all around. Please try to do the meditation, try to do the grounding, because it works. And you can see as well in my blog and about the benefits, and even scientific benefits about grounding. In one of the links I share with you about grounding, there are two links, and there is a film which is called Earthing. It is in one of the links of the blog. I recommend you to see it, and it is reality. So take advantage of that, as well benefit of my guided meditation. And if you want to book a session, if you want to shift your energy, if you want to shift your life, if you want to get empowered to know how to use the energy in an easy way, I am here for that. Book a few sessions with me. Let's go to this process, me working with the energy and teaching you how to work to be empowered and sort out all problems. Okay, you have my website at the end of the video and below. And my email, you can find it in the website. You can send me a message and book a session. And I'm going to be delighted really to help you and connect you with the energy field and empower you. Okay, a big hug, a lot of energy, and blessings. You take care.